I have been sitting here thinking about this team, and honestly, it is time we discuss the future of our championship roster. Today, a critical update is developing that could shake up everything for the Seattle Seahawks heading into training camp. What makes this so interesting is the delicate balance between rewarding a defensive superstar and maintaining our salary cap flexibility for the rest of our young core. The more details surface, the harder it is to ignore what is unfolding behind the scenes. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and drop your name and city in the comments. We are a brand new channel pushing toward our first 1,000 subscribers, and every single person who joins this community helps us keep going. Let's get into it. The Seattle Seahawks have reached a pivotal moment in their quest to remain at the pinnacle of the NFL as the franchise works to secure cornerback Devon Witherspoon with a long-term contract extension. Since joining the team as a top draft pick, Witherspoon has transformed into a cornerstone of our defensive success, earning 3 consecutive Pro Bowl honors while anchoring a secondary that helped us capture the Super Bowl LX championship. He is more than just a lockdown defensive back. His versatility in blitzing schemes and his ferocious tackling have made him arguably the most valuable defender on our entire roster. Currently, the front office and his representatives are engaged in intensive negotiations to finalize a deal before training camp begins, a move necessitated by the massive contracts recently handed out to Jackson Smith-Njigba and Derek Hall. The expectation is that Witherspoon will seek a record-breaking agreement, potentially reaching the $30 million annual mark, which would place him among the highest-paid cornerbacks in league history. As Seattle Seahawks fans, this situation creates a mixture of pride and cautious anticipation. We have watched him grow from a talented rookie into a feared leader who forced a game-changing turnover against New England in the title game, and we recognize that keeping this core together is essential for sustaining our dominance under Mike Macdonald. The bottom line here is that while the financial commitment is staggering, the impact Witherspoon has on the field is simply irreplaceable. The front office faces a complex balancing act, considering future extensions for other young stars like Byron Murphy and Nick Emenwari. Yet everyone understands that securing our elite defender is the top priority. We trust the organization will find the right path forward to keep our defensive heartbeat in Seattle for years to come, ensuring the franchise remains as competitive and feared as it is today. The truth is that Devon Witherspoon has been on an accelerated trajectory since the moment he arrived in Seattle, but his current contract standoff is the direct result of a calculated shift in team philosophy under head coach Mike Macdonald. By moving him from the slot to the boundary last season, the coaching staff effectively unlocked a versatile weapon that transformed our secondary into the backbone of a championship squad. When you consider that he has racked up 16 tackles for loss and 4.5 sacks in just 3 seasons, it is clear he provides a type of game-changing impact that goes well beyond traditional coverage duties. Behind closed doors, the front office is likely balancing their deep appreciation for his production with the harsh reality of a tightening salary cap. They have already locked up Jackson Smith-Njigba and Derek Hall, yet Witherspoon is aiming for that elite $30 million annual threshold currently held by only 3 cornerbacks league-wide. We have seen this dance before with past defensive stars, and historically the Seahawks prefer to reward homegrown talent who embody this physical culture. However, management must also reserve resources for upcoming extensions for Byron Murphy II and Sam Darnold. This is where it gets real for the front office because they know that letting a playmaker of this caliber reach free agency is not an option for a team defending its title. His injury history has remained remarkably clean throughout his 43 games, adding leverage to his agent's demands for a record-setting deal. The team knows exactly what they have in him, but they are rightfully cautious about maintaining long-term financial flexibility. Ultimately, this negotiation is about more than just numbers. It is about defining the price tag for the next era of our defense while ensuring the championship window stays wide open for years to come. The urgency surrounding a new contract for Devon Witherspoon goes far beyond simple roster maintenance, as this is truly about securing the heartbeat of our championship defense for the long haul. We are currently navigating a delicate balancing act where the front office must reconcile Witherspoon's well-earned demands for a $30 million annual salary with the looming financial requirements of teammates like Byron Murphy II and our quarterback Sam Darnold. This looming extension changes our immediate cap flexibility, forcing the organization to choose between aggressive veteran acquisitions or prioritizing internal loyalty to keep this defensive core intact. The impact on our depth chart is equally significant, as locking Witherspoon into a long-term role allows coach Mike Macdonald to continue his creative blitzing schemes that consistently keep opposing offenses guessing. This tactical stability will be vital when we face the Los Angeles Rams, led by Sean McVay, and the Arizona Cardinals under Mike LaFleur, as their sophisticated offensive systems require our secondary to remain both disciplined and explosive. If we secure this deal, our standing within the NFC West remains firmly entrenched at the top, effectively slamming the door on rivals hoping to exploit a contract stalemate or locker room distraction. The stakes are clear because maintaining our status as Super Bowl champions requires not just talent, but the kind of cohesion that only comes when our stars feel truly valued. We are entering a critical stretch where the identity of the dark side defense is being defined, and without Witherspoon fully committed and satisfied, our playoff ambitions could easily hit a wall. Watching how the front office handles these final negotiations will reveal if we are built for a sustained dynasty or if the championship window is beginning to close sooner than we had hoped for this talented squad. Paying Devin Witherspoon a massive contract extension is an absolute no-brainer for this organization because he serves as the primary engine for Mike Macdonald's defensive identity. By locking him in, we ensure the backbone of our secondary remains intact, allowing him to continue blitzing, tackling in the open field, and disrupting opposing game plans with his unmatched versatility. The upside is securing a defensive cornerstone who influences winning far beyond standard coverage metrics and keeps our championship window wide open for years. However, the risk here is undeniably financial. Handing out a contract worth $30 million annually significantly complicates our ability to retain other rising stars like Nick Emenwari and Byron Murphy too, not to mention the looming necessity of paying Sam Darnold. If we overcommit to one position, we might lack the depth required to sustain this elite level of success across the entire roster. Media analysts around the league are buzzing about the precedent this sets for the cornerback market, with many noting that while Witherspoon provides rare value, such a heavy cap hit requires perfect management from our front office to avoid stagnation. Other franchises are watching closely to see if Seattle prioritizes individual star power over collective balance. Here is where I land on this. While the fiscal math is undeniably daunting and forces tough decisions elsewhere, you cannot put a price tag on the kind of aggressive, high IQ playmaking Witherspoon brings to the gridiron every single Sunday. Letting a generational talent leave over a few $1 million when we are sitting on top of the world is a mistake we simply cannot afford to make, even if it forces the front office to work overtime on creative accounting for the rest of the team. That is the price of keeping a dynasty alive. The bottom line here is that keeping a talent like Devin Witherspoon is the cornerstone of our franchise direction for the next several seasons under coach Mike Macdonald. Securing him long-term signals that we are prioritizing an aggressive, flexible defensive identity that relies on homegrown stars who can do it all, from locking down elite wideouts to wrecking backfields with elite blitzing speed. As Seattle Seahawks fans, we should feel incredibly confident and optimistic heading into this campaign because our front office is successfully locking up the core pieces of this Super Bowl winning roster. Seeing the organization extend Jackson Smith-Njigba and Derek Hall proves that ownership is fully committed to rewarding the young nucleus that brought the trophy home. This stability is exactly what championship dynasties are built upon, and having a versatile weapon like Witherspoon gives us a massive tactical advantage against any offense in the league. While the financial negotiations are rightfully intense given his rare skill set, the fact that he is already entrenched as the heartbeat of the dark side defense makes this investment essential. Think about it this way. We are watching a generational player evolve before our eyes, and his presence makes every other defender on the field better by default. I want to know your thoughts on this salary cap balancing act, so please answer this for me. What is the absolute maximum amount per year you would be comfortable seeing the Seahawks pay to keep Witherspoon in Seattle for the next 5 seasons? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Go Hawks! I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep analyzing those draft picks and salary cap moves, because the offseason journey is just getting started for our favorite team in the Northwest.